Alright, we are back. Time to go talk to the guy at the Adder's Nest about finding this missing elder cabbage person. Well, if it isn't our intrepid ambassador, how fare your diplomatic efforts with the Sylph tribes? Their elder's gone missing, you say? Why, if he were to end up in the hands of the Tempered Ones, we'd have a crisis on our hands. You can assure the Sylphs that my sharp-eyed serpents will be on the lookout night and day. No stone must be left unturned. I would ask you to call upon Guillemolco at Bent Branch Meadows and deliver the message that the wood whalers are needed in their search. Okie doke. Oh, she's right here. A message from Commander French name, you say? The Sylph Elder has vanished. Worry not, friend. The wood whalers have eyes under every leaf, behind every branch. If the Elder is anywhere in these forests, we shall find him. Now, to talk to Buscaron. Where is he? Down there. Got a gold one too. Well met, adventurer. We have the finest grog and grub this side of... Not here to fill your belly, then? Ah, a hunger for news, is it? Aye, there's been talk of a sylph lurking hereabouts, but I couldn't rightly say if it be the elder you seek. Those woodland scamps all look alike. Short of painting one red and another one blue, most folk would struggle to tell two of them apart. If you've the time, mayhap, you could stay a while and see what the gods have in store. You never know, one might even stumble across this Sylph Elder yourself. You're not very helpful. No word on the Sylph Elder yet, but I'm sure it's only a matter of time. In the meantime, how about doing a favor for old Buscaron in return? Right then, let's put you to work. There's a customer outside who's spoiling for a fight, and I need you to cool him off for me. No need to go cracking any skulls, though. Just take this tub of cold water and douse the drunkard. Tends to do the trick. My patrons can swill grog all night and carouse loud enough to wake the dead if they wish, but as soon as it turns violent, I've got to put my boot down. Not sure how this is helping my investigation, but okay. Nofficus teats, it's cold. What did you mean, no fighting? This dusk-white scum was... Yeah, I know the rules. That bastard gets to keep his skin. For now. I did your chore for you. Nicely done, Asuka. I'll not have my patrons picking fights with each other over a bit of petty prejudice. In case you didn't see, the bloke who caught the brunt of that outburst is a Duskwhite Ellison. There are people who shun cities to live in the wilds, making them no better than brigands in the eyes of many. To be fair, the Duskwhites can be an unruly lot, but they ain't so bad once you get to know them, and it don't seem right to bar a whole race of people from the druthers for the misdeeds of a few. There should be at least one place where anyone willing to pay the coin and drink in peace is welcome, don't you think? Interesting little bit of lore, but Mother Mioun, from the Adventurers Guild back in Gridania, is the only Duskwhite who lives in the city. I appreciate all the good you've done for our patrons. If you aren't disinclined, I have a favor of my own to ask of you. There's a Kikern friend of mine, you see, name of Tetaroon, a good lad. It was right after the calamity that I came across him fallen in the shroud. He nearly died in all the havoc, so I took him in and nursed him back to health best I could. He worked here at my druthers for a spell after that. Got to talking about striking out on his own, he did, and not long after cast his lot with a merchant bound for Lenasia. Well, it just so happens I got to cleaning up around here and came across something of his, this scarlet earring. I know he was fond of the thing, but he must have just forgotten it when he left. So I'd like to see that it gets to him. Can't say for sure where he ended up, but might be a friend of mine can. A Rogadin fellow named Bainsing. You can find him on Hawker's Alley in Limsa Lominsa. He knows everything of the comings and goings of merchants there. This is not helpful. So many people. You found your way to Hawker's Alley, friend. A Kikern that worked at the druthers? You speak of Tetaroon. Related to that Kyo-Kyo-Roon bloke just over there by some blood or another. Two of them put in together and were making good coin, but old Tetaroon up and left Limsa not long ago. Couldn't say as to why or where. You're better off asking Kyokaroon himself. He can be tight of lip, though, I warn you. Best to take this chicken egg with you. Little bastard loves the bloody things. Heh. Good to hear about old Busk, though. Sounds as though he ain't changed a bit. Just like him to send a venturer along. Too shy to come his own self. Gods, I miss drinking with that fool. Alright. Customer, be welcome. Not customer, not come with custom. Kyokaroon busy with business, too busy for blather. Have an egg. Can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Chicken egg. Kyokaroon love chicken egg. Love chicken egg more than love customer. Looking for Tetaroon. Tetaroon no here no more. Tetaroon leave Limsa. Tetaroon go look for Sparklies. Now working at trading post. Good trading post. Forget where trading post is. Weinberg no Tetaroon. Weinberg no trading post. Weinberg at ferry docks. You go to ferry docks. Kyokaroon forget things. Weinberg remember things. You talk to Weinberg, not Kyokaroon. You guys are trying my patience. You there, Weinberg. Tetaroon? I seen him. That is to say, I saw him. He was headed somewhere up north by way of the ferry to Ailport. Might as well head there and see what you can suss out. The skipper here can take you there. When you arrive, I'd start asking Aldfoot. He's an old hand that knows a great deal about a great many things. Alright. Let's go talk to Aldfote. Tetrud, I saw him. That is to say, I seen him. He took himself north through Skull Valley into Oakwood. He was looking for a place to run by his fellow Kakir. I reckon he meant the one right on the shore of Bronze Lake, Memorune's trading post. Follow the road and you're sure to find it. Okay. We'll just be quicker to fly there than to teleport past it. There you are. Customer be welcome. Not customer. Not come with custom. Bring something for Tetrud. Yep, got your earring. Tetrud, forget this. Forget it, druthers. Tetrud swore would never forget earring, but never forget forgot. Tetrud thank. Tetrud thank. Good Buscaroon. Doing good. Good Buscaroon good to Tetrud. Tetrud miss good Buscaroon. Good Buscaroon help Tetrud. Tetrud dead without good Buscaroon. Must give thankies. Many, many thankies. Tetrud make Kakirn firewater for Buscaroon. Buscaroon love firewater. You help Tetrud make firewater? Need thingies to make. Need many, many thingies. Need curl pup whiskers. Need 3 good curl pup whiskers. Okay. I'll go get your curl pup whiskers. Where are all the curl pups? Did you kill them all? We have to wait for them to respawn because somebody killed them all. Oh, there's one. Because these ones won't drop the whiskers. Tetrud make firewater for Buscaroon. Do you bring thingies Tetrud need? Yep. You brought all thingies. Tetrud make firewater now. Make good firewater, good for good Buscaroon. Tatruin, start making firewater now. Good firewater take time. More time, more good. You come back later. Hey, it's later. Tatruin, make firewater. Good firewater. You take to Buskaroo. Good firewater for good Buskaroo. Tell Buskaroo no drink now. Tell put away 1 year. 1 year make best flavor. Tatruin hopes Buskaroo happy. Tatruin gives Buskaroo thankies. Many thankies. You tell Buskaroo. Tatruin make big shop someday. Biggest shop in Eorzea. Make many sparklies. All thanks to good Buskaroo. Back to Buskaroo. Ah, you've returned. Thank you for seeing Tatruin's belongings to him. What's this, for me? Karen Firewater, so he remembers my fondness for the drink, does he? Why, that old... he and I... Oh, bloody hells, who's cutting onions back there? He says to shelve it for a year, does he? Aye, that sounds about right. I hate to have to wait, but I reckon it'll be worth it. This stuff has an aroma and body unlike any other drink I know. It's good to... it's going to be a long year. Well, what say you come back then, friend? We'll see if we can't make it through this bottle together. Okay, but about my investigation? There was word while you were away, sylphs were seen in the wood, but near no lands of their own. No, this was a place near to here, a place we've never known a sylph to come. Something must have given them cause to venture this far. More than like, the missing sylph elders among them. Here, I've marked the tract where they were sighted on your map. Go see if there's anything to be seen. I will do that. Maybe this rock? Oh. An Imperial. A dead Imperial. How about this rock? Nothing. Maybe this rock. Nope. Nope, nothing here either. I see you. Now back to Buscaroon. Buscaron. Whatever his name is. So, was there aught to be found in the wood? What did you come to? Garleans? In this part of the Twelves Wood? First sylphs and now Garleans, and all in the same place. It cannot be mere coincidence. Might the Garleans be following the Sylphs, tracking them, or giving chase mayhap? But no, not this far into the forest. The whaler spires are everywhere. Imperials could never have stolen past them all. How in the bloody hells could they? Unless someone guided them through. Someone who knew where the spires stand and when the whalers watch. A Gridanian trader. Yep. Well, I'm glad you've come, friend. There's something I want to talk to you about. You know I said I thought there might have been a traitor in our midst. Someone as was aiding the Garleans. Well, I'm thinking I may have identified our suspect. There's a regular of mine who used to dine on thin soup and sip his pint on account of not being able to afford another. But of late he's taken to ordering my best wines and the finest cuts of meat I can lay my hands on. Were I a merchant, I'd probably think nothing of it, but this lad's a wood whaler. Or were he a merchant? And wood whalers don't earn that kind of coin. By chance, I was musing on where the money was coming from when you first told me about the Garleans in the forest, and I couldn't help putting two and two together. Suffice it to say, if a whaler's working for the Empire, none of us is safe. The lad I'm talking about goes by the name of Laurentius. Last I heard, he was in the South Shroud. Find him, Oscar, and if he is up to no good, put an end to it, and him if it comes to that. Now we're getting somewhere. Found you. Can you not see I'm on patrol? Be gone. If you have business with the whalers, take it to the barracks. No. Come back here. Not long now. To think patrol routes and rations would fetch such a price. No more than I deserve, though. 'Tis little wonder the Empire has risen to such heights. If only the whalers paid men their worth. You? What did you? How long have you? Help! 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 Please come quick, my friends. It is I, Laurentius. I am under attack. Now then. How did you just... I know nothing. I was on patrol. He just appeared. I thought you were working for the Garleans. I am gonna hurt you. Where are you? How long do you mean to keep this up? What is it you imagine I've done? Enough, enough, I say. It's over then. I sold maps and rations to the Empire. It was I. I meant no harm. I only wanted the coin. The whalers are good, strong. I was proud to join their ranks. Am proud, but they do not provide. They preach justice, honor, duty, but in the end it is those with money who do as they will, who live as they will. So I sought an opportunity to change my fortunes, and took it. All I've done for money, and endangered myself, my home, everything and everyone I love. Why, my actions have put your life in danger too. What's so funny? Though you do not yet realize how much. Bloody idiot. Did you imagine that you had cornered me? It is not I who is cornered. Garleans, I've brought the Mikote bitch. What did you call me? Permit me a question, if you will. Are all adventurers so deluded as to believe they can challenge the power of Garlemald? You would need a veritable mountain of gil to fund such an endeavor. Such is the cost of fighting great power, or of making it, or of remaking it, as we will Gridania. Oh. So that's the way of it. Swapped your hard bunk at the barracks for a feather bed in Garlemald, did ye? You there, Mikote. You stand here at Old Busk's wish, no? Then you don't stand alone. Oh, cool. Friends. There we go. Impossible. How did you best the Empire's finest, and with bandits and poachers at your side? They are your sworn enemies. Why do they fight with you and not against you? But I know the answer all too well. Buscaron. This is his doing. His words are wont to inspire men to act. Better men than I. Gods, what have I become? What have I done? I am sorry. No more will I pursue this folly. No more lies. No more bribes. I will go to the Order of the Twin Adder and confess my crimes. There is something I would like you to tell Buscaron. Tell him Laurentius the Fool says thank you. I feel as though a veil has been lifted from before my eyes. What? I don't get to kill you? After what he called me? This dragon is wearing a little hat. Oh, hey. Aye, Laurentius confessed to his crimes. I had just had word from the Twin Adder. Seems he marched straight into the nest and gave himself up. The lad's had quite a life, you know. His mother was killed by a brigand when he was only small. As a young man, he joined the Whalers, hoping to spare his fellow Gridanians the misery he'd known growing up. The trouble is, protecting Gridania's too big a job for one man. He came to believe that he couldn't make a difference, that it was hopeless. There are few things more dangerous than desperation, and a man lost in the dark is easily drawn to the glimmer of coin. I reckon he thought that if he couldn't change the lot of his fellow man, he might as well change his own. Thing is, he was making a difference, just not on his own. Somehow he'd failed to grasp one simple truth. If those things we cannot do alone, we must do together. He asked you to thank me, did he? Then there's good in him yet. I just hope them at the Adder's Nest are able to see it. What he's done ain't easy to forgive, but I'd like to think he'd be afforded a chance to make amends. But let us leave fates to the 12. I have other news for you, Oscar. The Sylph Elder has been found. Finally. It's taken us a fair old while, but we've finally got our hands on some reliable information concerning the whereabouts of your missing green friend. Ahem! His name is Frixio, and he's the eldest among the Sylphs of Little Solace. Long has he represented his kind in dialogue with the Gridanians. Yes, he's like a bridge between us and them, a small leafy green bridge that we can't find at the moment, and bridges are of no use if you don't know where they are. That's why it's so important that we find him. There's an abandoned dungeon called the 1,000 Miles of Totorak here in the South Shroud. 'Twas by the entrance to the place that Frixio was seen, and not long ago neither. If you hurry, I reckon you'll find him. Walking ones, please help this one. This one needs help. Needs help to help Elder One. Poor Frixio, poor Frixio. Whoa. Hold your chocobos. Take a deep breath and tell us what's wrong. Nice and slow. Elder One went into Totorak, but has not returned. This one is worried. So very worried. And you're right to be. That place fair crawls with nasties, waiting to make a meal of anyone daft enough to wander in. What in the seven hells was he thinking entering that bloody death trap? Elder One had no choice. Imperial ones were chasing Elder One. Please, walking ones must help Elder One. Help Elder One now. Arg, the fates conspire against us. Forgive my pragmatism, but Frixio is our best hope of reaching an accord with the Sylphs. Were we to lose him, all our efforts thus far will have been for naught. I will tend to her wounds. Ida, make haste to Ada's nest and request assistance. Understood. Asuka, go to the 1,000 Miles of Totorak and see that Frixio comes to no harm. Peace between man and sylph rests upon your success. Okie doke. I'll do that. By order of the Elder Seedseer, the dungeon known as the 1,000 Miles of Totorak has been placed under the control of... What? The Sylph Elder is inside? And you are sure of this? How in the seven hells did he manage to sneak by? God strike me down for a purblind fool. You must find the Sylph Elder before he falls prey to the fiends within. Entrance to Totorak is ordinarily restricted, but these are exceptional circumstances. Pray assemble a rescue party and enter as soon as you are ready. I'm not gonna get a party. I'm gonna do it myself. This is another of the dungeons that they've changed with recent updates. They kind of it used to have a lot of like side paths, and they've made it a bit more straightforward. Parts of it are way better lit than they used to be too. This used to be a pretty dark dungeon. Looks like they also got rid of a gimmick it used to have where you had to collect little things to activate a lock. that would spawn the boss. Looks like those are gone now, which is nice. Pudding. Oh, I think I've finally realized why these early dungeons don't have their own unique music. And it's because they go into a battle music every time you aggro the enemies, instead of just sticking with one song like the later dungeons do. This section used to have a whole bunch of sticky stuff on the floor that really slowed it down, and like little poison pods that you had to break from a distance. But they've got rid of those too, which is pretty cool. Speeds it up. Ugh, squishy.
Darkness.
Elko Hitra Buglo Hans.
The mighty slayer of Ifrit comes to me now. Or now to me. I'm screwed that up.
Seize that on Rajyandor.
With a countenance that bespeaks understanding.
Thagon Welrog. Tosan Opaiki.
An intriguing power, the echo. I must needs choose my words with care.
Mayhap I might if I deign to speak in my guest crude tongue. We meet at last. I am Lahabrea of the Asians, servant to the one true God. Yours is a most fantastical tale, truly absorbing. It is a tale to tell Eorzea's children before bedtime, and it will soon be dark, bringer of light.
The dark minions.
All that stands between this world and darkness is an irksome anomaly in the ether. The Echo. Yes, yours is a most fascinating tale. Alas, like all good tales, it must needs come to an end. But fear not.
Here, feel the presence of evil.
For the end of your tale is but the beginning of another. The tale of the crystal's demise.
Take that. Finally, fresh air. Mayhap not so fresh, but better than before. Ah, sinister one is gone. This one can leave this awful place. Did Walking One vanquish the many-legged one? This one is grateful to Walking One. This one is called Frixio, eldest of these ones of little solace. Alpha Squad reporting, sir. Nothing of note at Lark's call, sir. Understood. Return to Area 12. Damn it all. Where is that accursed icon hiding? No sign of our wizened friend? I'm afraid not, my lord. Shall I order that the search perimeter be expanded? Absolutely not. We risk alerting the Gridanians to our presence. His Excellency bid us avoid unnecessary confrontation. Loath though I am to admit it, I have found no evidence to suggest that Ramu will be gracing the mortal realm in the near future. I ask you, what good is a god who does not grant one's wishes? Were I a sylph, I should strongly consider finding myself another idol. Which reminds me, what of the sylphs we captured? A handful of them seemed to be in reasonably good health when last I looked. Apologies, my lord. I fear we may have been overzealous in our efforts to compel them to summon their icon. Really, Centurion, were you not aware that vegetables bruise easily? It is well that I did not entrust you with the important task of making my dinner. Well, mayhap it was a kindness. Better dead in truth than dead to one's own god, I suppose, if you believe in such things. Dawn is upon us. Make ready to withdraw. Humph. Useless. We are so close to completion, I can fair taste it. But at this rate... No, I must be patient. Our efforts will bear fruit in due time. What was it you always said? Ah, yes. Though it mean bringing down the very heavens, who shall challenge the limits of possibility if not we? In that alone you are right, Garland. But your star is long fallen, while mine doth begin to rise. And it shall burn so bright, that Lord Van Baelsar's ultimate weapon will seem a mere candle beside it. Ha 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 ha! Those walking ones did for Noxia. This one is certain of it. This one fears that other taken ones also suffered the same fate. This one is convinced walking ones have black hearts, seek only to harm these ones. Walking ones are not to be trusted. Now, Neuraxia, do not pass judgment too hastily. Not all walking ones are alike. Though there are evil ones among the walking ones, there are good ones also. Humph, does walking one feel unwell? This one would know. What brings walking one to this place? Came to this one's rescue at Neuraxia's bidding? Then this one owes walking one a debt of gratitude. Humph, walking one has questions about Lord Ramu? Then this one will provide answers. But first, let these ones quit this lightless place. This one will return to Little Solace. When walking one is ready, please come and see this one. These ones may speak properly then. Then it is settled. Let this one accompany walking one outside. Back to Buscaron. Ah, you're back. Tell me, the Sylph Elder is well. Thank the gods for that. I don't rightly know what to make of the rest of your tale, but I'm full glad Frixio didn't come to any harm. Ah, but there I go tempting fate. Run over to Little Solace and secure us peace with the Sylphs before aught else befalls us, eh? Rest assured, I'll send word to our friends of Charlian and the Twin Adder both. You've done Gridania a great service this day, lass, and earned yourself a place of honor here at the Druthers in so doing. And be sure to come by whenever you feel like a drop of Kikern firewater. Say, friend, there's something I'd like to ask you to see delivered to the Sylphs of Little Solace. This Azema Rose Oil. It's a gift to celebrate the safe return of their tribe's elder and a token of Gridania's desire to unite. The wood is not what it once was. The calamity changed the elementals, weakened them. Until their strength is returned, we must lend them ours to keep the wood safe. But ours alone will not be enough. We must have the strength of the Sylphs as well. Only by working together and fighting together will we survive together, and the 12s would with us. The gift I ask you to bear is a symbol of the hope that both Gridanian and Sylph alike will live to see light beyond this darkness. A gift from Walking One Buscaron? A gift for these ones? Yep. Such a lovely scent. This one has never smelled anything like this before. Walking One Buscaron and Adventuring One are very kind. Know that this one is deeply grateful. Many Walking Ones are scary. Many Walking Ones utter many lies and much deception. But this one is moved. Let all these ones be friends forever. This one has been expecting Walking One. This one fetches Elder One. This one is pleased to see Walking One again. Welcome to the home of these ones. Ah, there you are, Asuka. We have just been hearing tell of your deeds of daring do. Well done. Ah, the Walking Ones who aided Neuraxia. This one is grateful. A pleasure to have been of service. If you do not mind my asking, how did your misadventure come about? This one does not mind. The misadventures, as Walking One calls them, of this one began when Imperial ones entered the wood. Fearing trouble, these ones decided to watch Imperial ones closely. But these ones watched too closely, and Imperial ones noticed and tried to catch these ones. Having nowhere else to hide, this one fled into Totorak. Would that this one had not. In Totorak, a sinister one, robed in black, tried to feed this one to a many-legged one. A sinister one, robed in black? Why do I have the feeling I should be more worried about that than I am? Elder Frixio, we come to you as emissaries of the nation of Gridania. This missive bears the words of the Elder Seer. This one sees, so walking ones of Gridania are fearful of Lord Ramu. Plainly put, yes, your people summoned the Lord of Levin but once, yet that single occurrence occasioned great alarm. But it's not as if the Gridanians dislike you or anything. Actually, it's just the opposite. They think of you as friends, and they don't want anything to get in the way of that. That's why the Elder Seer wrote to you. This one well knows and respects Horned One Kane Senna. Be assured, like Walking Ones of Gridania, these ones have no desire for conflict. These ones resorted to summoning Lord Ramu to protect the wood from Imperial ones. This one counseled against doing so, but was not heeded. Against this one's wishes, Lord Ramu was summoned, and all those ones who took part became touched ones. These ones want so desperately to turn touched ones back to normal ones, but did not know how, and still do not know. Touched ones, meanwhile, wanted to turn these ones into touched ones, and did know how. So this one fled to little solace with all those ones who did not wish to be bound to Lord Ramu. But Walking Ones of Gridania need not fear touched ones or Lord Ramu. Unlike other primals, Lord Ramu is not callous and cruel. So long as Walking Ones do not trespass on these ones' ancestral homeland, where touched ones reside, Walking Ones will not suffer thunderous judgment. But this one has spoken enough of touched ones. This one would speak instead of these ones, and this one said, these ones desire peace with Walking Ones of Gridania. And so these ones ask for a chance to set things right. By way of an addendum, mortals who are tempered come to take on the qualities embodied by the primal in question. In the case of the Sylphs, Ramu's influence has made them fiercely protective of their homeland. With that explains why they're so hostile towards trespassers. But what about the abductions? A fine question, Ida. The abductions are, I believe, an expression of the tempered sylph's desire for reconciliation, another quality traditionally associated with Ramu. In the crudest manner imaginable, they seek to bring their fellows back into the fold, a timely reminder that the challenges posed by each primal are unique. Elder Frixio, we thank you for making your will known to us. The people of Gridania will rest easier in the knowledge that they and the Sylphs are united in their desire for peace. Wishing to cooperate, this one has written down the feelings of these ones. Please see that these feelings are conveyed to Horned One Kane Senna. And with that, I believe we can lay the matter of Ramu to rest. That Sylph Elder's very reasonable, I must say. You could learn a lot from him. Was that a jibe? If so, I feel it only fair to observe that one of us wouldn't recognize reason if it punched her on the nose. Did I say fair? I meant reasonable. Anyway, we're going to head back to the Waking Sands and tell Minfilia all about it. Fear not, we will be sure to mention the instrumental part you played in all of this. And while we see to that, we would appreciate it if you would deliver Frixio's missive to the Adder's Nest. Elder Frixio, we humbly thank you for your time. It has been an honor. The honor is this one's. Together let the walking ones of Gridania and these ones find a way to live in peace. Please wait, walking one Asuka. This one has yet to give walking one a token of this one's appreciation. Ooh. When these ones summoned Lord Ramu, these ones were gifted this crystal. This one would now bestow the crystal upon walking one as a symbol of this one's trust. This one was not mistaken about walking one. Walking one is destined to walk a fate far crueler than this one can imagine. A brilliant light from within walking one enveloped the crystal this one saw. Mark this one well. That crystal will one day be of use to walking one. Walking one must keep that crystal safe at all times. Before walking one returns to Gridania, this one would ask walking one to watch touched ones. So long as touched ones are not troubled, touched ones will not make trouble. If walking one witnesses touched ones making no trouble, mayhap walking one can testify to walking ones of Gridania that these ones mean no harm. These ones' homeland is fraught with danger. This one marks down safe places to look out for touched ones. Alright, let's go do that. It's a turtle. There are tempered sylphs in the distance. You do not sense that they pose a danger if left alone. And back to Gridania. Ah, Captain Hassenpfeffer. How went the meeting with the Sylphs? A missive from the Sylph Elder himself, if I may. So the Sylphs have no desire for conflict, nor do they intend to summon Ramu. And so long as we leave the Tempered Ones be, we need not fear any aggression on their part. The Elder Seedseer will be overjoyed to hear that the Sylphs have welcomed our overtures, and in the knowledge that they bear us no ill will, we may channel our resources toward tackling the more conspicuous threats to our security. You have done our nation a great service, Captain Hassenpfeffer. It will not be forgotten. The Sylphic folk have long been friends to Gridania. The mere thought of being at war with them pains the Elder Seedseer to no end. But owing to your efforts, she will be able to rest easier, being the benevolent soul that she is. My lady will surely try to find a way to reverse the tempering process. Once again, I thank you. Had the Scions of the Seventh Dawn not offered to mediate between our peoples, suspicion and doubt may well have led us into needless conflict. Pray pass on my regards to Lady Minfilia. Speak of the devil. Hello? Hello, Oscar, can you hear me? It is I, Nymphilia. Ida and Papalimo returned somewhat little while ago, and they wasted no time in regaling me with the tale of your exploits. Thanks in large part to you, the name of one primal may be struck from our list of enemies, and the Gridanians may turn their attention to more pressing matters. Well done. Yet the end of one tale is but the start of another. Pray return to the Waking Sands at your earliest convenience. I would apprise you of the present situation in person. Let's go do that. Got Cloud's motorcycle. Hi, Tataru. Well, if it isn't my favorite adventurer, welcome back, Oscar. Lady Minfilia awaits you within the solar. Please enter at your leisure. I am given to understand that the matter of Ramu has finally been resolved. I fear resolved bespeaks a permanence we cannot rightly claim, yet I am well satisfied that the Lord of Leven will not trouble us in the foreseeable future. Your satisfaction is assurance enough for me. How fares the investigation? Well enough. Thancred is sparing no effort. They are many and one, just as you suspected. Their purpose, however, eludes us still. I see. I have been meaning to ask, but is Alize quite well? I feel as if I have scarcely seen her in recent days. Oh, you haven't, nor have I, alas. Alize has chosen to walk her own path, stubborn girl. But you may be assured that our destination remains the same. And on that note, I take my leave of you. I trust the Baldessian report will serve you well. I take it we can proceed as discussed? Why do you ask? You scarce need my permission to act. It is good to see you again, Oscar. I have been looking forward to congratulating you on your triumph in the Twelveswood. Owing to your efforts, conflict has been averted. Truly, you have done the Scions proud. With that, we can strike Ramu from the list. So who's next? The Sahagin and Leviathan? The Lord of the World has not answered his minion's call of late, nor is he expected to do so in the near future. While the Sahagin remain as aggressive as ever, they lack the quantity of crystals required to call forth their god. As with the Sylphs, we can leave them to their own devices, for a time at least. For a time bears repeating. We can ill afford to fall complacent. It is as Y'shtola says, unless we know the minds of the beast tribes, we cannot predict with any certainty when next a primal will return to plague the land. This being the case, we must proceed with as much haste as prudence allows. Any word on Titan? The maelstrom keeps the kobolds under constant observation. We shall hear from them ere long. You may depend upon it. Indeed. So then, of all the known primals that have been active in recent times, we are left with... Gridania! Wait, I meant Garuda, who is the primal of the Ixal, who live near Gridania. Yes, that is what I meant. So many momes to cover. Would that there were a more efficient way to conduct our surveys. Were he still with us, we should not long have wanted for a more practicable solution. She's not wrong there. Where in the world are you, Chief? But one sure step at a time. Henceforth, the Order of the Twin Adder will handle all matters pertaining to the sylphs, under the sage guidance of the Seed Seers. I bid you all enjoy a moment's respite. You have earned it. Is there something else, Asuka? Beg pardon, a man named La Habrea sporting a red mask and robed in black? 12 preserve. Prior to the calamity, the Asians took great pains to remain hidden. Why would they choose to cast off their veil of secrecy now? Gods, this bodes ill. We must take advantage of the present lull in primal hostilities and investigate this La Habrea, learn all we can of him and his designs. I dread to Eek! Tataru! A sylph in Thanalan? At long last, this one finds walking one Asuka. This one is most dependable of these ones. Is sent by Elder One Frixio to help walking ones. This one is called Neuraxia. This one comes as a friend. Let these ones be friends. Pleasure to meet you, Neuraxia. Yes, Tataru is ready to express her fright as she is to express everything else. Not all of us are forged of the same steel as you, I'm afraid. But it takes all kinds to make a family, and it pleases me to no end to see ours continue to grow. One by one, the people of Eorzea are beginning to unite, Asuka, drawn to the hope that shines within you. Yet the darkness threatens to engulf this light. Never have I doubted the Asians' presence, but that they have grown so brazen as to carry out the work in plain sight fills me with a sense of deep foreboding. This one went a few minutes long, but that's where we'll call it, since that's the end of one of the New Game Plus chapters.